Chapter 5, Section 2. We're going to learn about length of an arc and area of an arc. Okay? The real key to this is your theta that they show here. I say area of a sector, I'm sorry. Your theta that they show here, all right, is your angle right here is theta, and it's always in radians. So if it's given to you in degrees, you have to convert it to radians to be able to figure this out. Okay? It does kind of look like Pac-Man, doesn't it? All right, let's do it this way. This is going to be theta. All right. First is if we wanted to find the length of an arc, we would first have to know what r is, my radius of the circle. Kind of real similar to geometry, isn't it? Yes. All right. If we have the radius times the arc measurement, or not the degree measurement on the arcs, we can figure out the length of this arc here. How can that be used? Well, if I was going to show you a road, let's say the road went like this, curved this way, and curved back down, and I wanted to figure out what my distance was, and I knew from here to here was a certain distance, let's say 3 miles, and I knew from here to here was another distance, let's say 1.5 miles, and I knew from here to here was, let's say, 4 miles. I would be able to use my sectors, if I found out where my radius was here, all right, how long that is, I would be able to figure out with this degrees what my length of my arc is in here. All right, to be able to determine, what's that? If the arc was 45 degrees? If theta 5, okay, then we'd have to take theta, and what's theta? If it's 45 degrees, what's the radians of that? Well, it's half of 90, right? We know 90 is pi over 2. This would be pi over 4. So let's say our radius in this case was 10. All right, we would multiply 10 times pi over 4 to be able to figure it out. So in this case here, the length of my arc would equal 10 times pi over 4, or 5/2 pi, whatever that came out to. That would be the length of this arc right here. Now we can figure the area of this too. The area is the same thing. We're using the radius. We're using theta, which is in radians. We're squaring the radius, multiplied by the radians measurement, divided by 1/2, and that's going to be your area. Pretty straightforward. The key here is it has to be in radians. If it gives it to you in degrees, then you have to do the conversion over to radians. Okay? Let's see, page 251. Page 251. Let's do, should we do evens or odds? 17, 19, 21, 23. Then on page 252, 25, 27. Let's do 25 through 31 odds. So really, 25 through 31 odds. What we're doing here is 17 through 31 odds.